Princesses of the Realms contains inappropriate language, mild roughhousing, and obscene amounts of giggling. This show was recorded on Wongal land of the Eora Nation, and we pay respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
Hello, boss. Just calling in with my daily report. Good news, the princesses and that prince came by just like you said they would. Although, bad news, not all of them paid the toll fee. But I'll chase them up for it. They are princesses after all. I'm sure it was just a mistake and that they were very busy. Uh-huh. Right. I see. So you want me to go to the fairy godmother's headquarters, go through the wishing well and make a collection for you? I'm sure it won't be that difficult. I'll bring some family to back me up. Yeah, this is going to go well. You can always count on me, boss. I'm the best troll around and everyone will know the name of...
Lovelies, and welcome back to another episode of Princesses of the Realms, a Perils and Princesses actual play miniseries about 4 low-ranking princesses who have been tasked to be the security detail at the fairy godmother headquarters. However, they have just started to untangle the mystery of an amnesiac princess they found through a portal room. My name is Holly, and I am your venerable dungeon master and fairy godmother this evening, and that is a dog barking in the background. And joining me today after this intro are 4 of my loveliest friends. Tally as Princess Melina, Alisha as Dame Quimby, Cass as Madame Vivian, and Jasmine as Prince Fawn. So strap in, folks, because I am throwing you right back in where we left off.
How old is this piece of paper?
The filing cabinet, I reckon, is very good at keeping and maintaining the quality of paper. But you're like a paper connoisseur, I feel like.
I love good tasting paper.
You can swirl it like fine wine.
Yeah, just sniff it real
Chewing
good.
on it.
I can tell what wood it's from, what year it was vintaged.
You can sniff it, you lick it. You know that being around different kinds of books.
You get weird about it.
Being in the paper scene for as long as you have.
You can date it back to about 100 years ago.
That's what I guessed. Brilliant.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
Yay, Fawn!
It's about the lady in the cool.
Do you read that out loud, or is Fawn still in the dark?
I do read that
Better
out loud
read it out
upon
loud.
Fawn providing it to me because I have realised that Fawn cannot read.
Okay, lovely.
There's so much paper in there. Oh, what does the key feel like now?
Cold.
Okay.
Cool.
If you're trying to read through the blackout
want to.
redacted, it's not going to work because I printed it with it.
I was really sad.
To clarify, the areas of redacted are just black smudges on the paper.
Like a CIA document.
Do you have an unredacted version in secret?
I do, but I also wrote redacted, name redacted, object redacted in those spots. So only I know what it says.
Alrighty. So, with that information, I don't know what to make of it.
Can I please meet the princess inventor?
What
Okay,
princess
yes.
inventor?
Fawn, I need you to eat this mushroom. We
what?
have to
Why?
go. Eat this mushroom. Come
This is
on,
why.
it tastes good. We all did it. Come on, peer
If
pressure, peer pressure.
If you don't eat it, you won't be able to go.
I said,
And you won't be cool like us.
can I say, this is why, and then step into the circle and disappear?
Have we already
Give me
made
that
it?
mushroom.
It gets munched. Pupils dilating.
Amazing, thank you. Cool, so you all step into the circle?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Who you assume is the princess inventor is still standing there waiting patiently. And she clocks Vivian and Fawn. She's like, oh, more visitors. Hello.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
Hello.
Great to meet you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hi. I'm Madame Vivian of Mossy Ridge. What's your name?
It starts with an M and ends with an N. And that's about all I remember.
That's more than last time, though. You're doing well.
It is, isn't it? Oh, how delightful.
I thought I was gonna unveil the mystery of my library.
That's the angriest I've ever seen her.
Really?
It's the most emotional. I didn't even know she could do that.
Yeah, this is new.
I've never seen her clench her hands before.
Oh, wow. Well, it's always good to feel anger, darling.
I'm your biggest fan.
Really?
Yes.
You don't even know who I am.
Your work is legendary, though.
My work?
Yeah, pull out the cog with her initials.
Oh, right. Just one of those little thingamabobs. Huh.
This must have been from... Did you make this?
Yes, I believe I did. Yes.
Wait, hang on. I gotta contain my excitement.
Okay.
It's like all just watching this happen.
She breathes with you as well.
So that means you helped build Fairy Godmother headquarters?
The what now?
Fairy Godmother
The
headquarters?
Fairy Godmother headquarters. Why does that ring a bell?
Do you know what a princess is?
Yes, I mean, that's what you all are, and Prince.
You too, right?
Scholars debate whether it was a honorable name or a true title.
Princess.
I can find this out.
Do you know what it means?
I mean, I do know what it means, and I'm very excited to be in the presence of princesses. I just can't remember if that was me.
Probably part of us staying around here for 100 years.
Yes, probably, yes.
Okay.
Should we bring up her trauma now or later?
Do we jump straight in?
Yeah, see if trauma dumping like fixes her memory.
It's more like trauma retrieving.
Why don't we
Trauma
go
mining.
inside, have a sit
Okay.
down?
Let
I
me
have
at
so
him.
many questions.
Yes.
But also, there is something very strange happening with magic.
Okay.
And I was wanting to pick your brain about it.
Right. Well, I don't have much of a brain at the moment, but I'll do my best.
Okay. Head on inside, take a seat.
She tries to make space for you to sit down because this is the most amount of visitors she's had in years.
Decades
Hundreds
even.
years.
Throws
Centuries
books
even.
over her shoulders like, oh, just a spot over here, don't worry.
Vivian
Catches
also
them.
yeah, catches the book. It's like
Careful.
Hey, you guys realize we've left Cobbles in charge of the entire headquarters, right?
It's fine.
Okay, sure.
Oh no!
what do we think as a group?
I think we just have to rip
Just
the
rip the
band-aid
Band-Aid
off.
off?
We have to be like, hey, listen, what the hell?
So magic is going strange at the moment. Have you felt that from here?
I have felt, a couple migraines, but like the air is gone weird and pressury. But that's. I mean, is that what you're looking for as an answer?
Yeah, kind of things like that.
Okay. Well, yes, I suppose yes.
When did this start happening?
Not quite sure, but some time ago.
Was it like very recently?
Maybe not recently, but just the intensity of it getting more and more. And only just starting to realize how impactful it is.
Do you remember why how you ended up here?
Not quite. I just remember being here for a very long time.
Any memories before being here?
If you're asking about like family or friends or anything, no, nothing quite. I just remember having a lot of knowledge and this astuteness to study and to tinker. And so I've been following a lot of instinct, I suppose.
Oh, does Project Pacifier mean anything to you?
Pacifier, as in like a dummy that you'd give to a baby or like
Possibly.
what? I mean, not that I know of. I mean, what is a pacifier?
It's probably a thing that you give to a baby.
Probably.
To suppress it?
Yes.
What kind of inventions you got?
Well, like I showed dear Melina before, an egg beater. I've got and she points to like a clock on the wall and she's like, I've got that. I helped keep that running instead of having to like wind it back all the time. What else do I have? And she goes, oh, and this, and she pulls out an umbrella, and it's not just an ordinary umbrella. When it pops open,
Is it a parasol? What is
What's
it
it?
made of?
if you want. And when she spins it around, it changes different colors.
Oh.
No,
Ew,
not
the
made of
rainbow.
bone.
She like pulls out a whistling pinwheel.
And then she like pulls out like a firework as well. I invented this as well.
Oh my goodness, she has explosives.
Okay, well, that's not a pacifier. That's not exactly what I was aiming for with this line of questioning, but okay.
Does that
Not
answer?
a literal
yeah.
pacifier.
No, I
Fawn.
wasn't looking for literal. I thought maybe she'd have like an invention that she'd call a pacifier because it suppressed something.
So,
No, I think they were trying to suppress her.
you ever seen the movie with Vin Diesel in it, The Pacifier?
Yeah, where he's like a nanny.
Yeah, I just keep hearing. That's what I'm imagining every time I hear like Project Pacifier. It's just like
He's like a secret agent,
Yeah,
but
Vin-
also a nanny.
Vin Diesel like stepped into the room, and that's what we're running with.
We should watch that tonight.
You should watch Vin Diesel's The Pacifier tonight. That's homework for like the next session.
Yeah.
Cool. She goes, I've got a catalogue of many, many more, but this is what I have on hand. I mean, there's not many resources that I have at my disposal, so I've had to reuse a lot of it.
Do you ever get, how often, when was your last visit?
In the same way that I not able to answer my name. I can't say that I've had visitors for a very long time.
Do you have any journal?
She kind of like looks around the room like, I mean, plenty. I write plenty. So yes.
Can I see the first journal?
That would be, and she starts like digging through things and she's like she has got like a little loft bedroom as well, so she climbs up a ladder and she's like throwing things off the balcony and trying to find things, and eventually she pulls out a tome and she goes, this one I believe is the earliest dates that I have from what I can tell, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense to me. Maybe it'll make sense to you.
Okay.
She hands it to you.
Takes it and starts quickly perusing through it. Cool. Probably not going to get anything just from looking at pages. Mm-hmm. Any other ideas on what to ask and do?
I have no idea. Like, we tried everything. The bringing you in was we tried everything we could when we were there.
So wait, why can't we just take her out?
It just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
She'd get stuck at the fairy circle. We even gave her a mushroom and she still got stuck at the fairy circle.
She does tap the book as you're reading. She goes, as I was waiting, though, for you, I did observe with the magical dome that it appears to have patches in certain areas, but it's
let's chuck her through.
it happens in a very rhythmic and sporadic way that it involves quite a bit of timing. Perhaps that's what will let me slip through, because I noticed a bird fly through, and birds haven't been able to do that before.
Okay.
Can you show us?
Yes. She walks outside and she shows you like the different like little, you can tell like a smoother texture that is clearer to see in certain patches in this dome of a magical barrier. I will give you an opportunity to choose between two options.
Oh God.
So she's about to suggest to you the best way to go through it is to time it properly, and you can either roll for grace or play Fireboy and Water Girl.
I've played every single, I'm not even joking, me and my friend spent a bunch of days over lockdown playing every single available Fireboy and Water Girl game, and we'd complete every single level that
So what do you mean by play Fireboy and Water Girl? Like just an actual level on cool
I know
math
what
games?
that is, but I have no idea how on
played
earth
so
that
much
applies.
I've played so much
If
of it as well.
you have to
I have 14 grace though.
Yeah.
if you're so confident, complete 3 levels without dying, and if you complete those 3 levels, I will also allow you to level up a virtue of your choice.
Fuck. My hands
do
are
it.
sweating
Wait, you
so much.
straight up
though.
play Fireboy and Water Girl.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Are you serious?
I want to do
Yeah,
it.
I think that's the best idea. I was going to say, I think you two are like the candidates who said you're the goats at it.
I don't.
And
It's been
I
a couple years. And I'm so
Unless
scared.
Jazz wants to play, I want a glass of apple juice, so I'm going to take a step away for a second.
No, I'm not coordinated enough for it.
I'm sweating.
Want to get apple juice
so
while we
much.
wait?
Yep. Carry us, guys. I believe in you.
I love this game. What a random Quimby
So
Vivian
cool.
side quest. We haven't done anything.
We walk up to the wall and then we're like putting our hands against it, and you're like, this is where it feels best. I'm like, well, this is where Patton sits.
Cool. So I'll move out of the way.
Alrighty. No deaths, Ron. Let's go.
Oh my god!
Alright, let's go.
I'm so scared.
It is.
Jumping over acid pool, water girl.
My keys are tiny as hell.
Jumping over acid pool, Fireboy. Pull the switch, gone up the elevator. Fireboy's racing ahead to get the platform to go up.
Oh, sorry. I was like, why aren't you doing anything?
Push in the box.
Push in the box. Push in the box. Push in the box.
Getting the diamond.
Oh, my scraggly
They
little.
are at the door.
Let's go. Come on.
Level 1 complete.
Did you feel how sweaty my hand was? I'm actively trying to dry 'em. Just breathe. Like, we don't have to rush it. We don't have to
true.
rush it. I'm more talking to myself than anyone
The
else.
first levels are always just like, you're going to die if you do bad. Oh no.
Jump.
This is the second level with the fucking terrifying platforms.
You got this. Oh, fuck.
No, those ones. You're right. These are the worst ones.
No, this is fine. Trust. You go first. Oh, shit.
You can wait for it to stop spinning.
I'm fine. Come on. Ooh.
Oh!
Suck my dick, motherfucker.
Go across.
Is this fine?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
there'll be another button on the other side.
What's the button for then?
The bridge.
Boom. Second level complete.
Easy. My second time. Come on.
Third and final level.
This is.
Oh, fuck yeah.
two.
I remember this one. This is actually a race.
It was just a joke, guys. It was just a joke, you guys.
That was...
I'm so sorry about that moment. We did it.
We did it.
Nice.
Terrifying.
Amazing.
You're telling me I was clenching my teeth so hard through that. Yes. Come on,
Amazing.
Viv, let's go.
Amazing.
You missed some crazy shit, man.
I trusted you stunted on him.
It was close. In that last round there, I was like a millimeter away from that lava.
So, end result of that was you successfully cleared all 3 levels with no deaths. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You now get to level up a virtue of your choice.
Oh, shit.
Going for width.
Yeah, me
you
too.
have a
It
low
keeps
resolve?
coming around.
Yep.
I guess we have been doing a lot more wits checks, so we just
Okay. Oh, yeah.
engaged in
Sweet.
combat.
She's 40. She ain't got no chance for resolves.
Okay, level up 1.
Amazing.
So I'm at 11. Whoop-de-doo.
And so, because this was such a critical success as well, you get to explain how you take this nameless person through the magical barrier.
Take the lead.
I feel like it's one of those moments where Vivian is totally and utterly hesitating, watching this pattern happening in front of her, and she can't get it quite right. And then Quimby just grabs Vivian's hand and the lady's hands and just jumps randomly straight through, full balls to the walls, and goes straight through.
Yeah, I
Sails
think
it.
the inner working of that is Quimby's like, oh yeah, it's just music. And you're
Yeah.
just like bopping along being like,
By the
yeah,
way,
I know
guys,
it.
I guess I am a bard
Yeah.
equivalent. I know it hasn't come up at all, but I'm
Anyway,
grooving
here's
to the
Wonderwall.
tempo. I'm grooving to the tempo.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
We heard you the first time. We were just ignoring you.
Cassandra looked at...
I didn't hear it the first
Yeah,
time.
Cassandra didn't hear it.
It wasn't better the second time.
It wasn't, yeah.
Yeah. It was for people other than you. I promise I didn't just say it twice for no reason.
It's fine.
You would, though.
Wonderwall fans
I
out
would, though.
there. And as this happens, whoever's left in the magical barrier, so that's Melina and Fawn, you see them turn into like ghostly visages of themselves as they exit. And all 3 of them make it to the other side.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
How are you feeling? Do you feel okay?
She like pats herself over and she's like, I think I'm good.
Sweet.
Just like shrivels up and all her age catches up with her.
I was thinking it as well,
Turns
but
to
it didn't
dust.
have to be said.
Can you remember your name?
There's an L somewhere. M something.
MLS.
MLN. There's missing letters everywhere, but
What was the cog's initials?
MLS.
MLS.
Yeah.
Damn.
Vivian's just like, just really want to know her name so I can write it down and fix the books. Go back to
Malin
the
of Little
library
Spire.
and actually write the princess's name
It's
down.
someone of Little Spire.
Yeah.
Mel.
It's my
No,
little
I'm never gonna
Spiny.
guess the name. It starts with an M. It ends with an N. N ends with an N.
Yeah.
She said that.
Merlin.
No, I don't think that's quite it.
Megan?
Melatonin.
I don't think Megan has an L in it.
I thought you said it started with an M and ended with an N.
Yes, but there's an L
Melon.
somewhere there.
Merlin.
Then
Melina.
it'd be quite funny if it was called Melon.
Meline.
Melanin.
I don't think that's quite it, but we'll keep working on it. You said there was a headquarters
Yes,
somewhere?
come have a look. Come have a look.
Right, yes.
Maybe this
okay.
will jog your memory.
Right,
Through
right.
this portal.
Steps through. Doesn't appear anything else has really changed about her. She doesn't really quite recognize anything around her, but she's there. She's unharmed. Everything seems to be okay, and you're all back in the headquarters.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock
Nice.
on the wall just to summon Cobbles to be like, hey,
Who dis?
how's it going? And also, do you know who this is?
Cobble's little hat opens up and he's like, "Oh, hello. A visitor. Wasn't the job to keep everything out?
It's another princess.
Princess. Oh, terribly sorry to not make your acquaintance. I'm Cobbles, the gnome, and then I almost said her name.
Do it.
No. And then the princess inventor is like, oh yes, wonderful meeting you. They shake hands, but beyond that, they don't really recognize each other.
Cool. How's it been going with repairs?
So it appears that everything's more screwed up than we thought, and I think we're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Maybe Melon can help? Can we just call her Melon so she has a name, please?
You can if you want.
You can call her Melon for now.
Melon, who's Melon?
We're going to call you Melon for now.
Okay, that works.
Awesome. So, were you able to locate the wishing well, perchance?
Cobbles goes, oh, yes, located the wishing well. I just had to follow all of these pipes in the walls that weren't meant to be there. From last I checked. And it appears that the direction that they were moving wasn't towards the wishing well, but in fact away from the wishing well.
Would you be able to point us in the opposite direction of the wishing well then?
In the opposite direction, to get to the wishing well, or to follow where it's been going out?
I'm so confused.
So if you had to follow the way away from the wishing well to get there, I am wanting to know where the wishing well is so we can walk in the other direction so we can get to the wishing well.
Yes.
What are you saying?
Where's the water going? We'll go the opposite way.
Right. That's the thing.
Right?
Initially,
We want to follow the water because the water's going the opposite way to the wishing well. So, but we can't follow the pipes; they're in the walls. So instead, point us to the wishing well. We'll go the other way. We'll end up at the wishing well.
so here's
Sure, whatever works. As long as it makes sense to Holly, I guess.
Yeah,
It
all
does,
you.
but I'm trying to figure out how to explain it to you because it's the opposite again. See, Cobbles goes, see, the issue is they were never heading towards the wishing well in the first place.
Oh,
Something was siphoning it out.
Oh,
interesting.
hey, my job.
So someone's been stealing the water of the wishing well?
Yes.
Is the pipes all going to the same place or all different places?
Well, I haven't been able to follow it all the way, but it seems to be going directly underneath the Enchanted Forest and I think heading straight to the Starlight Castle.
So all the same direction?
All the same direction.
We saw a wishing well at the Starlight Castle. Do you think it had been siphoned there?
Potentially. I'm not entirely sure, but that requires a bit more legwork and investigation.
Probably not the legwork we're equipped to do at the moment, given we have to defend here.
Right.
On that note, can we quickly go check the entrance? I feel bad that I left that.
Yes, of course.
As you say that, you hear not just the glass shattering, but a huge earth-shattering boom
Oh my
off in
god.
that direction.
We rush. We start running. Everybody with
bring
me?
the
We're gonna
boom.
run.
Yeah, we're running.
You're running towards
Let's go.
it.
My sword's out.
I've got my hatchet.
I got my, what am I going to
Hatchet
use?
one hand, staff in the other.
I
Frying
imagine we're
pan.
leading the charge. We're young and sprightly.
I don't
No
know how to
offense, you
walk on
guys.
two legs. I'm not leading the charge.
I'm running. I'm full pelt running.
One of my gift is I can use a gift dice to roll on a goodies table.
Yeah.
And whatever number it corresponds to is a spell. And then I get to use that spell like whenever. I'm going to use one of my gift dice to find out what goodie I got for this. Okay, cool. I have a magic dart.
Cool. So you rush over to the entrance of the wishing well and you see not one, not two, but 3 trolls who have found their way down into the entrance. And you recognize the one from the bridge and he goes, "You still owe me 2 for 6 silver pieces.
I think it's just 4. But we didn't cross your bridge.
Interest, whatever, money now."
What's your interest percentage on that?
Full 'em with maths.
For every time you make me sad, it's 2 more silver pieces.
That's not interest. That's just an extra tax, wouldn't it be?
Then that's what you owe me.
Got him.
Are these your friends?
Yeah, this is my family.
What do you think
So-
of your son's creek?
Excuse me? What did you say?
Oh god, we also didn't even think
Is he the oldest there by looks?
By looks,
Is
not
there-
biologically.
Is there a granddad? Well, we're not going to know biologically.
Because they're rocks?
Well, that's why I said by looks, because if it's like, an obvious like rock kid, then we would know that by looks, but I'm not going to know the exact age of everyone by looking at them. So I go off how wrinkly their rock is.
Okay.
How weathered they look.
Yeah, how weathered
Is
that.
what he meant to say.
I'm not going to say weathered anymore. I'm going to say how wrinkly the rock is.
You'd still be the least weird geologist at the function. So.
You can tell that the troll bridge is the youngest of the bunch. He's got with him what appears to be the father of troll because he's got a mustache.
Yep. Of course.
And then the mama troll. Exactly like troll dolls with a little tuft of hair.
Aww.
The mama has like a nice cold bone.
Okay.
I'm trying not to do anything evil right now.
But most of us never even crossed your bridge.
I'm
you
sick of
should
being
have crossed
diplomatic,
it.
Like,
You can't pay us for something we should have done.
Then you can't ignore rules that we have in the Enchanted Forest.
Okay.
I never ignored a rule. I
That's actually
crossed in my own way.
Right, you're fine. I've completely forgot. Who
Yeah.
owed me money again?
Neither of us. We didn't cross your bridge.
Oh no.
Well, now he's
The
just
only
down
person
here
who crossed your bridge did actually pay you money.
That was me.
Now he's just here
And I didn't
disappointing
even
his
cross your
parents.
bridge and I still paid you because I cared. It might be best if you actually go home now.
Okay. How do I get out?
Fuck this guy.
We go through the portal into the Enchanted Forest.
Yeah.
But then, is that the same? Is that just a different section in the same Enchanted Forest, or is it like fucking?
It's the same Enchanted Forest.
Okay, sweet. Let's take him.
Also,
there.
even if it's not the same Enchanted Forest, maybe you could find a better river, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We've once again avoided combat, guys.
Yay!
Lead them towards the portal room.
Cool. You head
Yeah, we
towards
start
the
walking
portal
towards
room.
the portal room with them.
Yep.
Yeah. The parents of the troll were just kind of like peeking their heads through different doorways, being like, "Oh, what's over here?" And like, "Oh no." Head to the portal
How do
room.
we keep them all together? Can we magic them all together so no one wanders off? Because that's gonna
I think
I
it's
think it's like
pretty
two
easy
of
to
us
keep
at the
together.
front,
They're
two
like
of us at the back
5
situation. We're
meters
just
tall.
escorting them.
like children.
Yeah.
Like a security detail.
Yeah, like a security detail. We're doing our jobs.
Sweet.
And we start heading towards the Enchanted Forest portal.
Okay, you head towards the Enchanted Forest portal. They have a bit of trouble trying to like get through the doorway,
It's tricky. It's okay.
but
It's okay. Take your time.
Alright, I just don't want to damage anything.
Aw.
It's very sweet of you. You're a wonderful guy.
Oh, thank you.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
and he squeezes through. His parents have a little bit more trouble because they're a little bit more burly in size.
Oh.
And then
She's like, this
Yeah,
one?
you just had a
this
plus size
portal?
queen.
There's this portal. Okay. Well, thank you. And sorry about that.
It's okay. It was a small misunderstanding. It's not nobody's fault.
Right. Also sorry about this.
and he reaches out for your new friend and pulls her through the portal with him.
What? New friend?
Melon.
The
Melon.
princess?
Yeah,
He just took Melon.
Can we interrupt that?
you can try.
We can still jump through the portal to follow
yeah, we
them,
can
though.
follow- Let's
Let's
go.
not stop it from happening to
Yeah.
begin with. Like,
Okay, what can we do?
Well, it's a roll wits to like sense whether or not he's gonna yank them through.
Yeah, okay.
we're all rolling.
Yeah.
Critical 1.
I'm not the
I got a
wittiest.
7. My wit's 11. Success.
I got a 6. Yeah, we saw this coming from a mile away. This silly little guy.
16.
Never mind, not all of us.
I was busy.
Yeah, you were busy.
I've got other stuff to look at.
Cool. So you can sense that when he says,
I'm sorry that I'm going to do this too.
you see like the twitch of like his rock muscles or whatever it is, just kind of
Nice.
going like leaning forward,
My
just gleaning from the body language.
frying pan functions as a shield. I like step in front of Melon and like hold it up as a shield.
Awesome, you do that.
Yeah.
You block Melon, and then anyone else doing anything else?
Yeah,
as
I'll
well?
pull Melon forward. Is she facing away and about to get yanked in?
Yeah, her back's turned to them because she just was like, "Oh, okay, we've resolved
Okay, I
this."
grab her and I hold her in a bear hug because my mummy issues have come out again. I don't want her to be yanked away.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It's a reoccurring theme.
cool. So you block the troller's arm from
Yeah.
reaching it. Clank.
What were you trying to do?
Well, I got instructions from, the big person upstairs that we need this person over here.
And his two parents round up behind you, also looking like they've got the same directive as well.
Which big person?
The one that has, all the things.
Do we know of a big boss who would instruct? No. Okay. Cool.
No, like,
Like
What's his name?
yeah.
What's his name? I've forgotten.
Jamie.
Jamie?
Cool.
Oh.
Was it a sexy, I think, woman?
It was just a person gave us a message, said that, us trolls got to stick together, and that
there was a very important person that we needed to go collect, and that they said that you were going to be a bit of a problem.
While you're explaining this,
Yeah.
Vivian is going to send telepathically to specifically these two to quietly move back through the doorway with Melon.
Yep. We start doing
yeah.
this while keeping him in conversation.
Cool.
so he
Can you
doesn't-
roll grace for that?
Yep.
I got 13, my grace is 14.
I got 12, my grace is 12.
Awesome. So you like enough that it's subtle that they don't detect that you're moving at all.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Because grace would be like to keep your composure, but also like deftly move through the situation,
Yeah.
which you are able to do. It's a little bit difficult
Barely.
because these two big bulky people behind you just trying to like muscle you around.
Trying to get through the archway because they have to duck
Yeah.
to get through the archway.
But his parents are just looking at him like, why are you revealing all of this information? You don't need to talk this much. Yeah, us trolls got to stick together, you know? Just like you princesses have got to stick together.
What do they want to give you for this?
They gave me a bridge, and then they promised some more bridges as well. And I guess what I'm looking for in life is purpose.
Oh, aren't we all, brother?
Yeah, but I thought you said you built that bridge.
Oh, well, I mean, I did, but I got the resources for it, built it myself, kind of like a jigsaw puzzle.
That's pretty nice.
But yeah, let's say I was sponsored.
That's fair. That's better. If you built it with your hands, I totally agree.
I don't mean to give you any form of like existential crisis, but
I don't like how this is starting.
is guarding a bridge really what you want to do as a troll who can't swim?
All three of them should say yes in unison because they're trolls. That would be awesome.
I mean, yes. They do.
Sorry.
3, 2, 1. Yes.
Yes,
Having
Jasmine.
fun. This is the exact opposite of Cass's plan, so I'm going to say it telepathically. I think we should let them take a,
Why?
and then we go too. We go see the big guy upstairs.
No, we have to protect here. That's our job.
If we're protecting here from the big guy upstairs, we may as well get to the source of the problem.
There might be more people coming.
Cobble can take care of it.
Cobble has been taking very good care of
The
this
bald
place.
rabbit with no ears and thumb necklace.
He's trying to repair the place.
In that moment, you hear clank, clank, clank.
Oh, he's fine. Come on.
Look, you seem like a lovely person, a lovely troll.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can't let you take her, and we do not want to have this result in a fight. Is there any way we can sort this out peacefully?
Well, maybe we can borrow her for a brief moment. I mean, the deadline wasn't until the eve tomorrow, you know, when the big old bash is going to happen.
The what, sorry?
The big bash.
It's coronation.
Who's getting... Oh. Who's getting bashed?
Yes, well, the problem is we can't leave here until after.
Right.
Why don't you just come back tomorrow evening?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable deal.
We can try and work it out then.
His parents are just head in their hands like, what are we doing with ourselves?
I can't wait until like it gets to tomorrow and we're like, oh, but the deadline's passed. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I became a princess just to gaslight stupid Woodland.
Fawn is just staring directly at a wall, just fully done with it. Enough, please. This is awful.
This is brilliant.
Incredible. This is
Doing
so good.
great.
This is great negotiation. He is such a. I'm so glad I was extra nice to this troll, so he like listens.
Right. Well, we'll come back tomorrow then.
Tomorrow evening, we'll see you then.
Yes. Same time, same place.
What time is it now? Is it evening now?
It was midday before. Shenanigans were probably like a couple hours, so like 3 in the afternoon.
Maybe
or take, like,
maybe not the
6
same
hours.
place.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
don't
maybe.
jump down the well.
Yeah. What about this place just out here?
This place
He points to
works.
the more portal.
We can stand by this portal at this time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This sounds good. We can negotiate then.
Yes. Oh, great. Pleasure doing business with you. And we'll get out of your hair.
We'll have a good chat then.
Catch you later.
He goes through the portal. His parents follow, like, we're so sorry about him.
It's okay. He is truly a lovely guy to deal with. You've raised a very sweet son.
Yeah, well, he's trying his best. And they leave.
If that's all a parent can say about their son, you know it's bad.
Yeah, don't need to tell me that.
Anyway, so Melon goes, whew, that was close, wasn't it?
Well, we have Melon. I turn to her and be like, do you know why the trolls would like to take you?
No idea, really. No. No clue. Never met them before in my entire life.
Did they know so immediately that, how did they know so immediately that Melon was here with us?
It's a good question. Probably, I wonder if somebody's hacked the cameras. We should go check this room.
Hey, you guys can read, right? Do I look through the rest of the paper?
Yes, very much
Yes, let's go back to the CCTV room and stuff.
There's more paper.
There's like thousands of paper.
And more paper.
I was
and more,
ready to split the
more
party.
paper.
They go to the wishing well while I read some papers.
I've been waiting to suggest reading the papers.
I've been waiting to go read the papers.
There's so many paper.
I want to know what the paper says. I guess I will find out eventually.
We've told you.
There's
we read
more
it.
though.
That's Melon's paper, but there's so many other paper.
We don't know if that's
the other
Melon's paper.
paper.
It could be
Pretty
anything.
confident.
That's the paper that the key likes. And why the hell does the key like the paper? We'll deal with that.
That's the puzzle.
We'll get there. We'll get there when we
It's like
get
a
there.
homing beacon.
Why do any of us like paper in this
Let's go
capitalist
find
world?
out who's siphoning the well juice, magic juice.
I would like to get
Who's
some magic.
sucking up all that magic well juice?
Who up siphoning their juice?
Let's go to the camera room.
Camera room.
Cameroon.
You
Head to the camera room.
To the camera room. Is the key getting anything?
Yeah, it's hot again.
Yeah.
Yay!
You head to the CCTV room. Key's hot. Keyhole appears on the wall again.
Nice. I'm going to open it.
Open it. File opens.
All right, readers. Have your paper.
It's just like Vivian eyes go wide, like she hit a treasure trove.
Yeah. So what you can see is all of these hundreds of files about all of these different princesses. You can kind of tell just from like the glance at like the front cover sheet of each of the manila folders is that this is pretty much like the candidate reports of these princesses.
Oh.
And the statuses of like the field reports and like what they've been doing, how they've been going. And as you're glancing through all of the dozens of alphabetically organized, I assume you
Yes.
try and find your own.
First place to go, I agree.
Amazing. You find yours and it is thick.
It's thick.
Ooh,
It's
you got a lot of
thick.
info.
Nice.
It is way thicker than any of the other princesses.
Oh, shh.
No happy endings.
Is this the Cassandra flashback moment? for
Does she
Vivian?
finally get the ripple? Yay!
So, as you open up this manila folder into the very first page of your report, you see it's dated all the way back to when you were a child. See, the fairy
All the way
godmothers-
back.
Yeah. Oh, the fairy godmothers have been keeping a very close eye on you your whole entire life. In the moments that you were trying to become a princess, and I guess the ulterior motives of wanting to be a princess just didn't line up with the criteria of who you're supposed to be.
Is that written in the report?
Yes. That's what you garner from like
Summary pages.
yeah, like in the way like the top secret redacted file was like very objective. That's the way it's been written and what your file says. And so you've been able to connect the dots like, oh,
Misalignment of priorities.
yeah.
Projected
exactly.
for misalignment of priorities.
Exactly. And it even details all the way up to when you were a teenager and you decided to quit trying to be a princess.
I think that was like mid-20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's just a big gap of like, unmotivated to keep pursuing notions of princesshood and la-di-da-di-da-da and all
Yeah.
this like stuff until it hits to when your own origin story happened when you were a princess. And then we go back to, I guess, you in a library because that's what you resigned yourself to.
Yeah. Well, it was a nice life. She was quite content. A bit like she didn't get her dream, but that's okay. That doesn't happen to everyone. The library is a nice and happy place. But she also had quite a good job working for a couple of nobles as a tutor and would go visit their manors and teach literature, calligraphy, linguistics, and even a bit of folklore. These children. And she made very good friends with a nearby lord and lady and would visit them probably once or twice a month, even after their child stopped needing tutoring. And a tragedy befell that family and her friends died. And she missed them very dearly. A few weeks after the tragedy, a wraith appeared in the manor, screaming and started stealing children. Princesses started appearing, as Vivian expected. Vivian, not going to do anything about it. It's princess work, not a princess. Didn't work out for me. And then princesses kept going and kept failing, kept going and kept failing, kept going and kept failing. And they went in with swords and fire and magic, and nothing was working. And Vivian was like, I've been reading about White, and I know that they're angry spirits of vengeance. They've got unfinished business that they need to finish. So one more child was stolen, and Vivian got fed up. She's done with this shit, and decided that she knew what she needed to do. Went up to the manor, bolded past all the princesses who were there, and said, I'm doing this. I don't care, I'm a civilian. I'm going to do this. And gets in there. Immediately as she steps into the library, the wraith appears, and she turns her back to it and sits down, looking unthreatening as possible. And she calls out and goes, my friend, my friend, my friend, I'm here for you, I'm here for you. And the wraith does not attack her. And slowly, over a couple of weeks, she starts talking to this wraith, meeting with it, having tea, reading stories, reminding the wraith of what it was like when they were actually friends back in life.
I like to think that when you got through to the White, it was through a joke, and it just laughed for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
And then that's when it started to open up to you.
And slowly the wraith's vengeance withered away until the wraith could then explain to Vivian what she was after. And it was just a small trinket of her child's teddy bear. So she went and asked the princess to unlock the chest, and she got the teddy bear, handed it to the wraith.
Thank you, old friend. Thank you for your kind.
And then she disappeared.
That's a very noble and nice and thought out story.
That's beautiful.
That's
Oh my
breathtaking.
God.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I was captivated. What the absolute hell? Let's all revisit our backstories.
I know what women are breathtaking, but that was breathtaking.
You therapized a White.
Yeah, exactly. It was her friend. And she knew that they were there for vengeance, and if you could just clear their consciousness and figure out what they needed in the afterlife, you could give it to them.
That was mesmerizing.
A really wholesome moment. Yeah. What? That was so cute.
I'm gonna cry. That was beautiful.
No.
So from then on out, Vivian took an approach of always try to talk people down, and violence is only the last resort at all times. And she went off and was now living her dream.
Gorgeous.
This is sweet.
So why was it so thick? Why is the paper so thick?
The paper was so thick because it was pretty much documenting your every single move, every single day of every single hour.
Oh,
Cool.
Interesting.
that's normal.
Which
Nobody's horrified.
Comparing to the other files, it's only within like the year that they were being noticed, that they were being documented. Whereas for you've just been solely looked at and analyzed extensively.
Can I find, I'm going to get a little bit obsessive here.
Yeah.
And find the section of my file about when I did actually become a princess. And I'm going to take a bit of time to read that section of like what changed.
So from what you can tell, whoever was observing you, there was a change of hands.
Oh.
And from what you can tell from the first half of your life is that all of the observations were also had meddling in it. And somebody was pointing you in directions that were forcing a misalignment in like your priorities.
So somebody was trying to prevent me from being a princess.
Yes.
Ooh, you're being sabotaged.
That's really interesting.
That's fascinating.
Terrifying.
That's messed up.
No happy endings. No happy.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm thinking back to that note and being like, oh God, I'm going to get stabbed.
But yeah, and the only one person who has power to like write these reports, and those are the fairy godmothers. And even though they're written in a very clinical, observational kind of tone, you know from other reports that they have some kind of like at least a warmth or an affection towards whoever it is that they're writing about. These ones are just pure, clinical, dry sort of observations.
Oh my
Like a
god.
businesswoman might write.
I mean, she's not a fairy godmother.
She's lingering. She's recent.
She's very recent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scratch that.
And I think if you want to roll wits to see if this connects any dots.
Can I be astute?
Yeah.
3.
Ooh, very low. So in this moment, all of these little bits of evidence pulling themselves together, this file, the fairy tales about the transformations that you've been reading, the note about Fawn, you realize that there has been someone missing from the picture this entire time. There are only 8 fairy godmothers. All of them either they love their riddles or who are a little bit eccentric in taste and in style, others that are just literal spirits of the world. The one person that they keep referencing in that fairy tales about the transformations is a mischievous sprite. One that creates happily ever afters by meddling as much as they can in the most chaotic ways possible. And that could mean punishing somebody for being the way that they were to force a transformation.
Can I flick to Fawn's file and try to read about if there's any early years or mention of who transformed Fawn?
Yeah. There is no record of Fawn when they were transformed, but there is one page.
I want to know.
It's one page written from what you can assume is your fairy godmother now, which is the spirit of the forest. Deduces at some point in their observations that there was an injustice to Fawn, that whatever curse that they were under should have never happened, and that immense overcorrection would be issued to help assimilate you as much as possible back into the world.
Cool. Oh. I feel like as Vivian's doing this, you're all getting really bored.
No, I noticed that they are candidate files. I want to look at mine. I'm curious. Yeah. Because I know mine was supposed to be glazing. So I want to see if it's true.
It kind of reads like a resume, like amazing cook. You've won all these awards. You've traveled all over the realms and like met all of these different people. Generally just been a really good person and a people pleaser as well. Lol. Which is what they note as well. And so that's why they were keeping watch of you, but they weren't too concerned about you becoming a princess, really.
Okay, so it wasn't until I did my crazy shit.
Yes, until you forced them to notice you with your 500 course meal with the dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but it has that kind of like, you can kind of sense like there's a warmth to it as well.
Nice. Okay, so I'm like a pretty like cut and dry, like the baseline that they'd go off for these sort of cool.
Yeah.
Does my file say where I was when I was a child or where my parents could be? Probably not. She's thinking.
Yeah, I think there's some like record of your first-hand account of what happened in the mind, but no like observational recounts of someone watching you when you were a kid.
Okay, I guess thank God. That's horrifying. Now that you say it like that.
Yeah, no one be watching kids these days.
Just you, bro. Just you.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No.
On record on the internet now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're cutting that.
We are not cutting that. That's the best bit.
Okay.
Tired
of watching kids or?
Goodness.
In summary, there was a 9th fairy godmother, and it seems that they were excommunicated.
And I think that's the sprite. Mm-hmm. So the sprite fairy godmother was excommunicated. Mm-hmm. And if suspicion holds further, could be a person with motive to start messing with a fairy godmother. Mm-hmm.
Do we know who Melon's fairy godmother is?
Can you find Melon's file?
The only file that you can find is that page.
So can someone summarize for the one who cannot read?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's up to you.
That's up to also Vivian, because she's the one who has plot relevant information.
And you also read Fawn's file?
Yeah, so I'll be like, I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. There's a missing fairy godmother.
Fairy godmother.
Fairy godmother. There's a missing fairy godmother. I think there was a 9th one.
Do we have to find her?
No, I think she's probably going to find us. So I've been trying to piece together what's happened with shape-changing curses. So I've been reading quite a lot of folklore about things that have happened to like you, Fawn.
Oh, okay.
Because there is the theme and like a narrative that ties them all together. And I think I hit the nail on the head. The theme of the person who curses is a very meddling character. They can get in the way for good and for bad, mostly to try and get them happily ever after in a really chaotic way.
I did not get happily ever after.
No, but it's like the princess and the frog. There is a happily ever after, and the fairy godmother knew that would happen. True love's first kiss. Things like that. Mm-hmm. So I think, reading my file, that's what they were doing. They were meddling with me, not shape-changing ways, just meddling with my attempt to become a princess. And then they got excommunicated. They got removed from being a fairy godmother. Because I haven't heard of the 9th fairy godmother. They're gone.
As I'm hearing this, I start preparing tea.
Okay, to divine.
For some wisdom.
Yeah, I'll be preparing while the monologue continues, but I just want that known that I'm preparing tea. Keep going.
I don't know where I was going anymore.
No, lost your steam.
You're talking about the happily ever afters.
So I think that if a fairy godmother got removed from the council, they have reason to attack the council. And they could be the person who is messing with all the magic now, and there could be some sort of plot at the ceremony, which sucks because we have to be here.
Is it better to be here or is it better to be at the coronation?
Well, I mean, if you read your letter again, not that one, the other one, this one, the nice one, the wax seal one.
Bringing out the wax seal letter again.
I've forgotten what it says.
Do you want me to read it from the start?
Yes, please.
Please.
Hello, dearies. An awful shame you won't be able to attend the coronation event this evening. However, you have much more important tasks ahead of you. Due to the funny nature of the spring equinox affecting the magic this year, we have no choice but to implement a security team at the fairy godmother's headquarters to prevent and neutralize any and all threats to the wishing well and the many facilities at our headquarters. During the next 2 days, you'll have access to the CCTV room, a limited section of the armory, the picnic room, and a library. For your own safety, you are not to access any other parts of the facility. If you have any issues at all during your patrol, just give a quick shout out to Cobble, the facility's on-site know. Thank you for your dedicated services, the Fairy Godmother Society.
Let's look down the well and then let's skedaddle.
Yeah, does that really... I'm not sure what the
So wait,
connection
the coronation
is
is
there.
tonight?
Tomorrow night, I miswrote it.
Oh, okay. I thought I was connecting something
Yeah.
there. Never mind.
But we are to stay here according to our letters.
But it also
To
says,
prevent and neutralize any and all threats to the wishing well.
and the wishing well is currently empty.
Oh, the wishing well is technically at the
Exactly.
castle.
Loophole.
Oh, nice.
Oh!
Loophole.
So we should-
Threads connect.
We should go check on the wishing well and see if all the liquid is gone. 'Cause
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
I want to keep reading files.
What was this about?
Interesting.
Backwards and forwards to the pipes and following it away from the wishing well to get to the
I don't
wishing
think I had it correct because of Holly's further explanation.
No. So the original orientation before magic started fritzing out was it was always heading away from the wishing well to the Starlight Castle. So
Yeah.
it's been siphoning that way.
Yeah.
Some valve somewhere has been shut off. So whatever was collecting has finished collecting. There is now minimal stuff in the actual wishing well at the headquarters, and the siphon is no longer on. I've lost you there, haven't I?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
A little bit.
before the magic went wrong, or has been going fritzy, was the water going from the wishing well to the castle?
Yeah.
And after magic has gone fritzy, it's just stopped.
But because it has taken everything.
Oh, good. That means we're in the end game.
What an end game.
Damn. I want to. I was gonna divine something. Kind of forgotten.
Is
Oh, we're
the
gonna die.
Spirit after us.
I was going to ask if because it's specifically a sprite fairy godmother, right? It's separate to the other ones.
Yeah, it's another
Okay.
fairy godmother.
My question is the sprite the one that gave us wrote those secret messages on our gift bags?
You're divining if that was the owner of those messages.
Yes, or the writer of them.
Oh, the hesitation is brilliant. Holly's thinking.
No.
No. Okay, there we go. I was just curious. I wanted to see if that.
Do you
thread
guys
worked
think
anyway.
Jamie is the sprite fairy godmother? I really don't like Jamie. I want it to be the
any
enemy.
reason.
Do you guys think
can be
Jamie
an
has
enemy.
skibbity riz?
I do personally. Whatever the fuck.
I
that
think we should go and look at the liquid.
So, what you reckon we head back to?
No, check the original wishing well to make sure it's fully empty.
Oh, okay. But we were already told it was fully empty, right?
Do we trust Cobbles?
Yeah.
I do.
Always trust couple.
His entire existence is to look after this place, and he's been having a hell of a time.
I do want to go look at the wishing well.
Okay, we can
wanna
go look at the
go-
wishing well.
See what type of liquid is in there.
And there is also one more room that you haven't checked yet.
That being the library.
Yes.
Have we really not?
I thought you
checked
guys went to the
yet?
library.
Yeah.
Interrupted by fritzy magic.
Yeah,
Oh.
because someone decided to set fire to the CCTV room.
Hey, it was unrelated.
Why don't you go down to the wishing well, go check on what we could just do it as a group. Let's go to the wishing well first and then the library.
All in this.
Are they in opposite ends of the building, or is like the wishing well on the way from the library?
The way I've kind of been imagining the headquarters is everything's just on a linear path and nothing really branches around. But that's just because I haven't been able to draw a map in my head. So everything's just in the same direction.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So we head to
At
the
all times. It's
Let's
it's a fourth dimension.
head towards the wishing well and go to the library on the way.
Okay.
All right, nice. Books. Love books.
I'm sure there's a picture book section for you,
Sure, there's
Fawn.
an image you can look at some
Get
point.
another reading task.
We'll find a pretty pony for you to look at. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know what's in the kids' book section.
I'm 19.
Yeah, but you can only read kids' books.
You also have like 8 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking for recommendations.
My kids don't have hands.
Yeah, you can show them pictures.
When was the last time you seen your children?
I don't know. Like,
You a deadbeat
Do
dad?
you care about them?
that's not how it works in the dear world.
Is that what you tell yourself to get through this? Do you know their names even? Have you seen them since
They don't have
were
names.
born? Were you even there at their birth?
Probably not.
God, you make me sick.
Holy crap. In the library.
To the library.
To the library.
I would like to look if there's anything about Project Pacifier. If there's anything about the Princess of Invention
Melon.
and the Sprite Fairy Godmother.
We will split up and look for them as well, but I'm just going to be piling the books in front of Vivian.
Okay.
Champion speed reader.
Also, there could be an opportune moment to open up the first journal of Melons.
Yes, I would like to do that.
In saying that, you've been to this library before,
Yeah.
and it's an expansive, extensive collection that just goes on and on and on and on and on. And the only real way to navigate it is to have the library assistant there to help you.
Damn.
She's not currently there. She got invited to the party.
Yeah, everyone else. did.
But you know your way around enough.
I have a good guess.
So Melina piles up books for Vivian to read. Vivian's scanning through the books. What's Quimby up to?
Okay, so we're all in the library,
For the moment.
and then we're all gonna go to the well. I don't know what's Fawn doing.
I'm going to help. I'm going to look through books, and every time I see one with something that could possibly be a sprite on the cover, I'm going to bring it to Vivian.
Cool. As you're going up and down these aisles, the key did grow cold as you were moving away from the CCTV.
As expected.
room, but it started to get a little bit more warm again.
Okay, never mind. Screw that. I'm going to follow the key.
I'm following Fawn.
Okay, sure.
It's in my nature.
Awesome.
We've just pack bonded, haven't we?
He might have peed on me at one point, and now I'm just like part of you.
I'm not a wolf, I'm a deer.
Anyway, so you're following this key. It's quite hot. And as you're walking further and further and further, you come to a wall.
Been
as
there.
usual. Like before, there's a keyhole.
Hey guys, I found another magic box.
I run over.
A wall box.
Let me know what's in it.
All right, I'm going to open the keyhole.
Cool. As you do that, I'm just going to cut to Vivian's point of view for a second here. As you're reading through these books, you're noticing that there's not quite a lot of information specifically about the mischievous sprite, anything to do with the Princess Inventor, except for maybe like a children's book that Melina picked up, kind of like a Hail Mary, like this one's got a princess with a wrench on it, like, you know.
Do that.
And that's pretty much the only mention you have of her really like doing like a big, grandiose, legendary thing. Everyone else just kind of briefly mentions her in like research notes.
What was in the grandiose gesture?
And the grandiose gesture, it reads a bit like an anthology of her overcoming all of these many little quests. There was a party of 3 other princesses with her as well.
We're the second coming.
And as you're moving through the book, you notice increasingly the depicted as being further away from her and more distant as she kind of shined brighter than all of them.
Huh.
They defeat a dragon. They broke a peace among some of the fairy folk, to name a few things. And she creates this invention for drawbridges and other mechanisms as well. But that's about it. And then it just kind of ends in like this big glory success of, you know, like if you put your mind to it, you'll succeed.
I was waiting for her to invent the siphons that made the pulled out the wishing well.
Gosh.
Yes, Jasmine?
Speaking of Melon, is she with us? Where is she?
Oh, yeah, she's kind of like lingering around. I think she's sticking with Vivian and just kind of reading over your shoulder, being like, oh, she looks a little bit like me, doesn't she?
I think she is you.
Girl, that is you.
Girl, that is you and you're breathtaking like every woman. But even more so.
Tal's found a bit and he won't let it go.
But yeah, she's just kind of like reading over your shoulder and then helping you make a dent with all of the books. She doesn't know exactly what she's looking for, except for like what she's overheard in your conversations.
But no real luck.
Yeah.
Cool, fair enough.
So then we come back to the door.
Ray, surely there's nothing nefarious behind here.
You slide the key in.
Yep.
It clicks. This big door swings open and you see a very like secluded private part of a library that doesn't seem like it's attached to the rest of the library. And
Nerd. I'm heckling you.
Yo, nerd, get over here.
And like the forbidden section in Harry Potter with like all of these chained like
Nice.
netting on all of these books to prevent people from actually taking them.
Does it smell weird?
Does it smell damp?
Smells like a library.
Cool. Well, no, it might smell of a rotting corpse, Holly. I needed to check.
Yeah. No dead bodies in here. It's just a
Vivian?
completed part of the library.
Yeah.
It's not a box.
Oh, what's in it?
Secret library.
Coming.
Amazing. You dash over. Melon follows you along. And as you're perusing these book titles, you notice that they're all the things that you have been trying to find in this library.
Oh, yes.
Mentions particularly about a Princess Madeline of Little Spire.
Madeline.
It's crazy that we never guessed that, actually.
Madeline ended with an E. I thought the
Yeah,
end was
true.
at the end of...
This one spelled Madlynn because I was feeling extra.
Oh my...
I hate you.
Piss me off, why don't ya?
You piece of shiitake mushrooms.
That being said, I think we've learned a lesson, which is that if there's a hole in the wall, you should always stick your arms into it to see if you can find something cool.
Amen.
That is a moral of the
Amen
story
to
for people
that.
listening as well. If you ever see an obscure hole in a wall, make sure you shove your hand in
No,
it.
do not do that.
Make sure you
No.
shove your hand in it, especially if
No.
it's just in the forest or the woods.
If you
Just
can
put
fit your
arm
full
in it.
torso in it, just climb right in.
Especially if there's
You
like
don't need to
gears
find
clicking
any
in there.
footing,
if
just
there's,
get there.
If there's like
Especially gears.
mechanical stuff in there.
Children's
Climb
limber
on
bodies were
arms
built
in the
for Industrial
machines.
Revolution machines, so if they
you
can
go.
handle that, they can handle holes in walls.
No.
Amen.
Anyway,
Comment down below if you're going to put your limbs in a hole
If you
in a
ever
wall.
Tell
put
us
your limb
about
in a
your-
hole in a wall, let us know how it went.
Yeah, tell us
Comment
about your
full
adventures.
address.
Tell us the address you found the
Yeah.
hole in the wall
If
at,
you
and
would
we'll
like
come
a
and join your adventuring
$500
party.
gift card
No,
from Holly,
no
please
money.
comment your address down below.
no giveaways. Anyway, Princess Madeline of Little Spire. And I think Madeline walks up to the bookshelves and she's just like something clicks in her brain finally. And she clutches onto her arm, which has been, there's a long sleeve
She's
that's
gonna
been
turn
covering it
evil.
this whole time.
Oh my god.
She's 100%
What's happening?
gonna
We made
turn
It's
evil.
like it's just a
Big
it's
bad
just
evil
right,
guy.
Yeah,
It's a
big bad
tattoo
evil
on her
guy.
arm that says "My name is Madeline."
You just had to look up. No, and she kind of winces.
Does she have a robot arm?
No. But close. Good guess.
I mean, but close.
Well, she lifts up her sleeve to reveal this armband that has been completely fused to her skin.
Ooh.
And you can see it pulsate with magic.
That's disgusting. Kind of sick, but
Yeah, it's definitely sick. That's awful.
I don't want to take it off.
No, please don't.
that's keeping her alive.
I
That is keeping her alive for sure.
And you can see a complete change in like her demeanor. She used to walk around with like this little pep in her step and like a curiosity and a wide-eyed kind of glint.
Oh no.
And you just see
Uncharacteristic apathy, irritation, and a low tolerance for optimistic thinking.
Oh,
Oh no.
great.
Did they dose her with it or did she make that so she could like...
No, they dosed her.
Oh shit.
Upon recommendations from the healers department, Blank will be isolated and closely observed the behavioral effects of Blank, emotionally unstable from missions casualties.
All her friends died.
Vivian puts a hand on Melon.
Madeline.
I'm actually really close with Melon.
yeah, you were pretty close.
Shoulder, and it's like, are you okay?
She just kind of looks at you and then looks at all the books and she goes, I'm starting to remember why I don't want to remember.
I'm so sorry.
Good news though. We can crack this wishing well thing.
Brilliant. Let's do one more heroic deed.
That's
Oh, you too.
You crazy cog suckers.
I think we can end it there.
We could probably end it there.
That's the final line of the episode, you crazy cocksuckers.
Good way to end it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing.
Go us.
We're doing great. We re-traumatized a woman.
As a final question for the end of part 2, do it fart.
What?
Let us know in the comments below.
What? Do it what?
Mean.
Do it
He's just
fart?
being a
Do it
sex pest. Just a genuine sex pest into the mic right now.
And And that was episode 3 of Princesses of the Realms. I honestly didn't think our princesses would ever make it to the library. They've been so busy chasing mushrooms and deducing the truth, but we made it in the end. So we're 3 episodes in now, and looking at my stats, it doesn't seem like all of you have tippy-tapped that subscribe button yet. I highly recommend you do that way you don't miss out on the realms of fun we get up to in the next episode. Of course, we're going back to the Starlight Castle, baby. That's enough of that. Let's get those credits underway. We have Tally as Princess Melina, Alisha as Dame Quimby, Jasmine as Prince Fawn, Cassandra as Madam Vivian, and myself, Holly Hunter, as Dungeon Master. This episode was produced and sound designed by me, Holly Hunter, art designed by Maeve O'Carroll, and this delightful theme song that you're listening to right now is by Mijio. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next week. Bye!